Let's get literally wasted.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Literarily Wasted. This is our club meeting for July, in case you needed a reminder of what month it is.
For real.
It is July. We're already more than halfway through 2025.
Yeah.
And it just keeps churning along. What up, Lit fam? As you can see, we got the mod squad on here. Leanne, Dan, Brandy, who's still muted, and Kira, who's also still muted, just in case.
There we go.
There we go.
I don't know why I did Wakanda, but
Wakanda!
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. We have a party tonight. Full house, everybody. Kristen, hope your storms are not bad.
Yeah, I saw that.
Should we do the who's here?
Yeah.
We didn't do that last time, and I just didn't happen.
Oh man.
Okay, hi, Tammy and Kristen and Bobby and Stacy and Cindy and Jennifer and Lisa. Hi, Kathy and Tim and Sver. Hello, and Jeff and Willa and Judy. Hi, Rachel and Marianne and Nicole and Missy and Giggles and Carrie and Kent. Hi, Kristen and Sver again. Heather and Jennifer and Giggles and Cindy and Stacy and Giggles and Jeff and Stacy and Kristen.
You went a little weird there at the
Hi.
end.
You got to make it unique every time. You gotta,
You do that.
do what you can. So this club meeting is going to be a little bit different. We kind of want to bring everybody together and chat about the book club, about the future of the book club and things that y'all want to do or things you want to see or just features or ways that y'all want to contribute or whatever. We're open to all the things. This is not like the future of Literally Wasted.
No.
This is a future of Literally Wasted meeting. So we'll get into that, but we'll start with the usual thing. We'll just to ease everybody into it. Always good, classic. What you're reading? So, what are you reading?
Well, today I just finished Mickey 7, which was Lost to Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it was really good. It was very quick, easy read, and I enjoyed it. Now I need to watch the movie.
Nice, Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Leanne, what are you reading?
Teller of Small Fortunes.
Fortunes is cute. That looks like a cool cover.
Yeah, I love the color.
Oh, that looks cool.
I'm
Yeah.
judging the book, and I like it.
And then I've been listening to a story podcast called Malevolent. That's really gotten me hooked.
Oh,
So
I gotta
if
get
you,
into podcasts.
if you like the Eldritch horror stuff, that's a really good one. They do pretty good voice acting on that.
You like that stuff?
Mhm.
We read. What was it that had that? The Foxwife? No, the
So
Tainted.
this do one. Meddling Kids.
For what?
The Eldritch horror.
Oh, yeah.
Meddling Kids.
It's Tainted Cup.
Tainted Cup kind of did too. But Meddling Kids,
We didn't actually
we
read
didn't
Meddling
read, but
Kids.
you're right.
It's been on several polls, but we haven't actually read it, and it's never
Wow.
actually won anything.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, I guess I picked that one up because it was on the list, and then I wanted to read
know.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, never won.
I've been wanting to read that one. So we got.
It was fun.
Let's see, Leanne, what are you reading?
I'm currently not reading anything because I have a couple projects that are due, and I'm super busy this week.
That's okay.
You're going to the same.
Yeah.
And I've been busy at work.
Because guess what? Also not reading anything right now. High five. But I'm going to start. I am planning on starting book 2 at Dungeon Crawler Carl, and also the book that we're reading for July, the short story,
Every Heart a Doorway.
Every Heart a Doorway.
Yeah, I plan on starting that one next week.
Marianne's reading A Drop of Corruption. Somebody else just read that.
Yeah, I just finished that a couple of days ago, and it was good.
Brandy, what about you?
I'm reading The Ring. What the
The
movie
Ring?
was based on. Yeah.
Oh.
The Ring?
Yeah.
As
The
in,
Ring.
like, you watch the videotape and you
You're
die
gonna, you're
instantly?
gonna
Yep.
trigger Adam.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's the
Yep.
scariest movie ever made.
It's great. It's the original Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh
Nice.
no.
I didn't even know that was based on a book.
Yeah.
You know.
I came across it and I was like, oh, okay.
I have a very funny story related to The Ring. We went to go see it a couple nights later. Do you ever is it just me, but you can you think of a movie scene and you're not only are you seeing it, but you're hearing the sound effects or the music or something going on in it. So we're laying in bed, and before I go to sleep, because I'm an idiot, I'm starting to think about the scene near the end where she's crawling towards the TV, and when my brain is playing the scene where her hand comes out and touches the floor, Jason goes, "Hey, sweetheart," and touches my shoulder because he had just thought of something. And I leapt out of bed screaming and ran down the hallway. Like literally screaming. And he's like, "Are you okay? What's going on?"
Yeah. I had a similar thing happen.
It just was the perfect timing that he touched me right when the movie's like, "Meow."
It was after I watched the movie in the theater. It was 2002. I was in my dorm room. I had a room to myself in my dorm at UA, and I was watching Sanford and Son, as the college kids do, to try to forget about The Ring and how much it scared me. And the cable went out, and it went staticky on my TV, and I drove home.
Well, okay, but you have another Ring story. He was home alone, and our TV put itself into demo mode, and so every once in a while it would turn itself on to static. And it's happened a couple of times, and he was freaking out. So he texted me. He's like, "Chrissy, what is going on with our TV? It's doing the Ring thing." And I texted back 7 days, and he got really upset at me.
I mean, if you hadn't, I would have, you took the opportunity. There it was, and you took it.
I had no choice.
You had to.
An absolutely remarkable thing. That's our next month.
Yeah.
So good. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Dan, what are you reading that's not The Ring?
Are you ready for that? So I'm making up for you and Leanne. All right. I'm reading The Bone Hunters.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
a big one.
It's a brick.
I'm reading The Pickwick Papers. I'm reading Until I Find You by John Irving. I'm reading The Snow Queen. This is sci-fi. Kathy read this. I don't know if Kathy's in the chat, but
Kathy's here.
she
Yeah,
read
there's her
this.
comment.
Okay, and I'm reading. Well, it's really big, but it's over there. I'm reading the new Mark Twain biography. So
Wow.
yeah, 5 books right now.
That's
Dang.
okay.
Yeah.
Show off.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's taking a long time to read them all. I think I've read under 10 books so far this year. So
It's like, I don't have to read any books this week because Dan is reading all the books this week.
There you go.
I finished Ender's Game, Jeff. I posted about it. Unless you're joking. I think you're joking. I hope
Written
you're
and Read
joking.
was
I
in
did
our
finish
poll
it.
Yeah.
last month, right?
Yeah.
I didn't
Pancake
finish
House.
Dungeon Crawler Carl. That one. Once I found out I was going to be on the cruise for the discussion, I was like, I'll save it for later.
Yeah.
The City We Became. I was kind of looking at you. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Let's see what
Oh,
else.
Looks like Kira just started Wool.
Oh, Lucas
Another
somewhere.
good one.
Lucas is
Oh,
like,
Lucas.
I'm glad that she's going back to
Should
read
have
that
been
one.
here.
It's a great trilogy.
Oh,
It
good.
really is.
yeah, Carrie, thank you. Months, try years.
I love scary things.
I do not.
I do too.
And I think it's because of the.
That is why she and I are spooky.
Yeah. Spooky for the win.
Okay, well, that's a good list of things. The Ring. Now, see, I don't know. It probably still.
What about The Grudge? The Grudge was good
no.
too.
The Grudge is yeah.
Once The Ring happened, I was done. The Grudge happened, and I was like, that is very similar imagery, and I just
Watch the original Japanese. It's really
I was
good
talking
too.
after we went to see The Grudge. I was talking to my nail tech because she had just gone to see it too, and we were getting my nails done. And we were talking about how scary it was, and she said that movie makes me scared of Asian people, and I am Asian people.
that's how you know it's a good, powerful movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes you afraid of yourself. All right, well that's good. What you reading?
Yeah.
Well, let's launch into the rest of the thing.
Let's do the
thing
the
that we
future
all
talk,
came here
yeah.
to talk about, which is the future of Literarily Wasted. So this again, I told the people on screen this already. We don't really have a structure for this meeting. We don't really know like how to structure this meeting. We just kind of want to get your ideas, get your suggestions, and also open it up. Like, I think one of the things about Literarily Wasted is we want to make it more your book club. And if there is anybody either on screen or in the comment section or anywhere that like wants to contribute more to Literarily Wasted, I want you to feel empowered to do so, in whatever way that means for you. If that means like, I don't know, being a regular on screen, or if it means like if you want to do like a cooking the book or something,
like Leanne does in
can.
October with
Yeah.
her like read through of Night in the Lonesome October.
Yeah, so we want to open it up to y'all. Like if y'all want to do more, just sort of content creation, I guess, for Literally Wasted, you can. That is to say, like, like we just as an asterisk, like we're not necessarily farming for content here. We just want to like make it yours as well, and we don't monetize Literally Wasted, so it's none of this. We're not like doing it for money or anything, like on YouTube or anything. If for some reason that ended up happening, we could obviously like work something out, but that's not like a thing that I see in the foreseeable future in terms of content monetization or anything like that. This is just a place where we want you to feel like you can contribute if you want to, but then also, we want to open it up for ideas for that, for other people who want to like do stuff, and also like what else do you want to see just in general, or like are there any features that you'd like to do or see more of, or I don't know what were you thinking?
Oh, yes, all of that.
All right.
Well, and like y'all know what we are currently doing. It's just the 2 live discussions. So the club meeting and then the live discussion every month. We were doing Cooking the Book, and I want to go back to that Cooking the Book and Drinking the Book because I love them. And I have like a list of ideas for like books that hopefully you guys will still get when we finally get around to them.
Yeah.
And I'm still making those lists. And we, him and Lucas were doing Gaming the Book, which was really fun.
So if anybody else wants to do that.
Oh yeah, Adam would absolutely.
That'd be fun. I've been meaning to mention that.
What is Cooking the Book? So we would read the book, and if there was like a dish or something that jumped out, or a drink or something that jumped out that was featured in the book, we would try to make it, or we would find a recipe and we would do a little video.
Yeah.
That.
So like for Dune, we did like a spiced alcoholic drink. So that was Drinking the Book.
The Night Circus, we did
chocolate mice. And then we did for
there was some kind of drink also, I think.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah. There was a
big one.
martini that was not
that was
good.
Yucky.
That was fun to watch though.
But oh man, there's so many good ones.
Gravy bread. Or
the Welsh rarebit from We Have Always Lived in the Castle. So yeah, we just take a recipe that's either inspired by the book or just straight up mentioned in the book and then make it. And we have some good ones in the lineup, but we just got to get there.
Yeah, so like guests on screen, like we want to keep doing that too.
Oh yeah,
and also like I one thing that I didn't mention is from an admin standpoint, if there's anything, if y'all like, we have our illustrious mods here, and the same goes for y'all. Like if there's stuff that, and Dan will send me messages every once in a while. It's like, hey, can you give me permission to do this? I'd love to do this. I'd be like, yeah, okay. So if there's anything else that y'all want to like do or help out with, we're open to that, or things that you want to, like we're just 2 people. and with the help of mods, and we do want to make it more y'all's club. So yeah, there's that. So guests on screen.
Yeah, and I love you guys being on the screen with us,
Same.
and it I think just adds so much to the book club, and that's never ever going to go away.
Oh yeah, gaming the book. So I
Yeah,
think we only did like a couple of these, but Lucas and I would go into Super Mario Maker and try to make levels that are themed like the books that we were reading. They're based on the books that we were reading, and we would make the levels, and then we would make a video of us playing through them, and we were both very bad.
it was really fun because they were.
My favorite moment, one of my favorite moments ever. I think it was the one you designed, Adam. So Lucas was playing it, but it was for Night Circus. And there was that main character whose family wanted him to go to college, and Mario enters one room, and all the coins spell out college.
Oh yeah, that was Lucas's level.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah, he did that. I was playing through it.
I was dying. That was so funny.
And Lucas, there was a time where he was doing Adventures in Reading, which is another thing.
That I would actually like to do again. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought of earlier, was bringing that back.
I'm gonna write down, bring back Adventures in Reading, because let's see.
Yeah. I have a handful of the Choose Your Own Adventure books, so might be able to partner with someone to do that.
And I'd actually like to, obviously for Lucas it was, and whoever else helped him with the Take a Shot book. Like that was a big
that was
I mean,
amazing.
that was what inspired the Take a Shot book, because the terrible Choose Your Own Adventure books were like, we could write something better than this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And y'all were like, well, who amongst y'all can write? And like,
We're like, oh, we'll do it.
We can all write.
we can all write.
Yeah, I know it's a big project, but it would be, I think a lot of people would have fun doing one of those, or like a collaborative writing session again.
Yeah, we could do, and Kira, you helped out with that a lot, didn't you? Or
I mean, I mostly just did some of the pictures in there.
Because I know some of y'all helped Lucas out with that. But so like Adventures in Reading, that'd be really easy to pick back up.
We don't really have to have a print book. Like, it was super nice to do that, but I think a lot of people in the group would just have fun collaborating in general.
Well, the print book would actually be the easiest.
See, that's
thing
the
for us to-
easiest part.
Oh, okay.
It's
He
just
owns
putting
it.
it together
mind
in
then.
the format is the difficult part.
Oh, well, that I can do.
Yeah, Choose Your Own Adventure has become really popular. So yeah, Severa's in for the writing. So maybe we can talk about reviving Take a Shot. I know Lucas had all of the. I'll have to pin him down and get all of his
Yeah, and Take a Shot. We would need someone to like spearhead it, because Lucas
Mhm.
did so much work on
He
that.
did a lot.
It was a big project.
Yeah, he would take all the submissions and then kind of edit them. And
Stacy wants to.
Yeah.
Stacy,
She says, me.
all right, I'm gonna write you down.
Honestly, collaborative writing projects could go in different directions too. Another server that
Mhm.
I'm in, several years ago, everyone wrote, like, there was a theme, and we basically made a couple of collections of short stories.
Mm-hmm.
And so here was the prompt, and everyone wrote their own story, and then we went through editing process and everything. But then the proceeds went to a different charity for each book that we published. So
Oh, that's
that was
cool.
Yeah, the collections would probably be easier to organize versus Take a Shot, unless you guys really want to do another one. I mean,
I was trying to write
It is a
one.
lot of organization.
Lucas challenged me to write one when we were doing the Adventures in Reading. I was like, I'll write one. He's like, do it. And I had barely scratched the surface in making one when he was like, we're just gonna all do this together. I was like, oh my God. It was exhausting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big undertaking.
Yeah,
and
Giggles said that she's good at coordinating things, so she could potentially.
I wrote that down, and I think doing Take a Shot, I think we could have maybe a committee.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be one person.
To kind of help share the load, just sort of an oversight committee, editorial board, so to speak. because I enjoyed doing it, and again, I just like sort of wrote my section and said, "Here you go." But I think it was really, I think everybody really enjoyed doing that, and that's something that I'd like to do. That it involves a lot of sort of organization, coordination, but not necessarily content creation in a video sense.
Yeah.
And adventures in reading, those are. Yeah, Marianne says.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like short story prompts. That's good. I'm writing that down. Nobody can spell properly. Yeah, we leave the U's out of weird words like flavor and color. Let's see. There are club tests fun that could pawn off to somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to think about like what can we pawn off. And I think we could, if in terms of sharing the love in terms of book polls or like.
Yeah, we're getting to a point where I might need to start getting people to help me. I mean, y'all already do great with giving me suggestions, and I still have massive book lists, but figuring out books for the book poll is really hard sometimes.
I've
It
been saying for a long
It is
time,
hard to figure out books for a
I can't
book poll.
believe you haven't like just hit a mental exhaustion with doing that because even though the suggestions are coming from us, from everyone, you really put yourself out there emotionally. like here are the books I'm picking to go on the poll for 6 years, and when they bomb, when the books don't go over well, I mean, not that it's your fault, but I mean that's a lot to take on. The figuring it out, and then the risk of are they even going to like it? So yeah, share that with people.
Now, Carrie,
Share the trauma.
I wrote you down as a possible editorial board.
Well,
Carrie.
and to go back to the book poll thing, I think it'd be really fun to like feature one of our club members every month that like this is their book poll too. If people are interested in that, like that could be really fun.
And they have to do a pole dance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk
That is
about
the
that.
criteria.
Love that. Love
We'll
this
discuss
idea.
that later. We'll discuss that.
You can dance with the book. This is the poll. This is the book poll.
He didn't
We could
define
also-
pole dance, so
Yeah, it's just a dance.
True.
about poll,
True.
not
We could also see about doing just a
over
sign
her
up.
dead body.
yeah, you could pry it out of my cool
Sign up.
fingers.
Yeah, just a sign up for who wants to be on screen for future meetings so that people can schedule ahead of time. And then you don't have
for
to
future.
coordinate
Hold on,
it too much
ahead
either.
of time. Ahead of
Wait,
What?
they've been planning?
That is a novel
People
concept.
plan this stuff? What?
Are you blushing?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, that's absolutely something we need and something we've talked about quite a bit because y'all deserve and we deserve to know in advance who's going to be on the book poll, and it would just make things easier. Although y'all have been amazing at like doing it last minute.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
I have no leg.
I would like to say that I've also been amazing at doing it last minute, and by that I mean asking.
Yeah, no,
Last
you don't
minute.
get as much credit for that one.
Lisa says I've run several book clubs, so I'd be happy to take the chance. Yes. Well, I mean, we could also do signups for book polls, and then we can just contact you and be like, "This is your featured book poll."
So it sounds
now
like
we
you
would
might
want
need...
to have a database to show everything that's been read, because a lot of people.
You mean like a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, there is a pinned spreadsheet on Discord that has all of the books that have won and all the books that have lost that have been
Is
in the
there?
poll.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kathy mentioned it because in reply to Adrian actually earlier.
Yeah,
It's a
she
peek
mentioned
into
it
Kristen's
recently.
life.
Good to
Oh,
know.
Yeah, I update that sucker every month.
It's in the lounge, right?
That is what Kathy said.
Is it? It's pinned. It must be
Pin
pinned.
post
Yeah.
in
It's
the lounge.
pinned.
I think
Yeah, it's
so.
all the way down there.
This is news to me.
It says,
Wow.
"Let me know if this works."
Do we want to stick with fantasy and sci-fi, or do we want to branch out?
That's a great
Genres.
question.
That is a great question.
I personally like sticking with the two genres, just because it helps narrow down the millions of books that are out there a little bit more. But I'd be interested in hearing what other people's takes are.
That being said, like we have Dark Book Club. We have,
Yeah.
like there are.
Mhm.
There are
That's-
other
that's-
things in the Discord.
That's
And
another thing
Jeff
that-
started the new short story club.
Mhm.
So
But,
that's always an option for other types of their genres of books, or like if we wanted to have sort of sub clubs,
Sub clubs.
Sub clubs.
I think that'd be definitely
To
something
stay
that
in the
y'all could do.
genre.
I had thought maybe something geeky tangent would be do a book poll 1 month where it's like geeky nonfiction, and by that I'm saying like
Like Patrick Stewart's
or like The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher, or something, As You Wish about the Princess Bride from Carrie Elwes, or one of Shatner's books, or something that is
Like a
an
biography.
autobiography or something of something or someone geeky.
I think
How about no?
Leanne is just trying to sneak her own TBR that she doesn't have time for onto the book.
I've already read all of those. I've got like 4 or 5. I got like 4 Carrie Fisher books. She's hilarious. Everybody should read Carrie Fisher.
It's seeming like most people are comfortable
Yeah,
staying within science fiction,
and that-
fantasy,
yeah,
and doing
it
like
makes
offshoots
sense.
or buddy reads when they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah,
That's a good
Know
question.
your niche. I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
Kind of-
that's
yeah.
what we are.
It's what
That's
I
kinda what
prefer
I-
anyway.
yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards too. Because that's kind of why we made Literarily Wasted. Is because I
Yeah.
wanted a book club where I could talk about my books.
And also, this is not really related to that, but what was I going to say? Oh, this is sort of I guess a nebulous question, kind of, but like just the format of Literarily Wasted. So like I like obviously the live discussions aren't going anywhere, but
Well, when we started, we were doing 2 live discussions, but they were the halfway point and then the whole.
No spoilers past that point.
Exactly. and
So-
then we changed it to a club meeting where we don't talk about the book, and then a whole book
Yeah.
discussion. And like, does that?
I
work
know
for-
that's more work for you guys. So, I mean, how much time and energy do you have for that?
Well, and this actually could be a really good place where we could get some help. Actually, is planning for the club meeting, because Adam takes on all of the club meeting planning,
I do.
and he does an amazing job at it. But it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I have to write Mad Libs.
You do, right?
So
But,
I guess
I mean-
like the options are going back to discussing at the halfway point of the book again, or continuing with the monthly
The club
meetings.
meetings. And I like the club meetings because it gives people an opportunity to participate that
Without-
aren't reading the
Yeah.
book or don't want to read the book.
I would
Yeah,
love
like-
to see something in between, because I don't want these to go away. But I missed that midway point, because we those of us who were around then saw month after month, many times that meeting is what kept a person reading a book that they ended up enjoying. Now the opposite happened. A lot of people came in with good thoughts and they say, "Well, you convinced me the book sucks," but that was fun too.
I hate it.
And
Yeah. I miss
don't
it
think
too,
I feel the same about
but-
a lot of the books without that midpoint discussion.
I think I mainly miss being scolded. No spoilers past that point.
Yeah.
That's what I miss, being scolded
Yeah.
about spoilers.
That's fair. It
So
was
those-
catchy.
Those were really the only now Literarily Wasted exists on YouTube and Facebook as basically live videos only, whereas at least
Oh yeah, you used to like edit.
yeah, I would make videos for the book announcement and for the polls. That's I was able to hack the old man's work because we made videos. Now we do the polls during the club meetings, which I think is fun.
Mhm.
But we don't have much of a canned video presence on these platforms that I think kind of like canned videos. And by canned videos, I just mean like non-live, like just videos.
Like Old Man's War?
Yeah. Like
You mean Old Man's War?
Yeah.
Old Man's War.
No, you
Maybe-
mean Old Man's War.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it was
Oh,
Old Man's
oh,
War.
I've heard of that.
It was Old Man's War, I think. But yeah. So, you know, like we would do videos and then those kind of went away. And the book announcement now just exists as an image, which is,
Well, we announced
good.
it live.
we do announce it
Yeah.
live, but as a post,
Yeah.
it's an image, which I think Christy, you do those.
Mhm.
Talia used to do those. Now you do.
If
those.
anyone has seen what Talia used to do and feels the artistic
Oh my
ambition to
gosh,
take
yeah.
that over, that would be great. I can't do it, but some of the stuff she did was so cool.
Yeah.
Donna, I have not, but the I can't remember, something about the chin is Bruce Campbell's autobiography, so I definitely need to pick that up. It's on my TBR. It's one I'm like, ooh, I need to get it. But yes, I do not have it, but it would definitely be my jam because I do love me some Bruce.
Okay, I like these ideas, Jeff. Let's see this. More features for club meetings would be good suggestions. I'm going to write some of these down.
Yeah. And to what Dan was saying, Talia used to, for the book announcement, she would always like stage a really beautiful photo that was like relevant to the book to announce the book. And it was really nice. She put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
And I do not have that time or talent.
We could always like have somebody do it and then send it to you guys to proof it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Part of me wants to say that I will do that, but I also have a problem overcommitting to things sometimes. So
Yeah.
I can't guarantee it would always happen. But I do have the nice camera and editing skills.
We could always take turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not something we would need to be consistent with. If we do it for some books just because you have the time and the passion for it, like that's totally fine.
So maybe there should be like certain groups, like instead of like a board of trustees, it's like a group of people who can help out with the design stuff, and group of people who want to help out with posting things, another group of people who can help with the organization. Like,
yeah, that's good.
Susan went outside, and Ginger doesn't like it. Sorry about that.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
No,
Ear
no
piercing, yep.
cancellation.
One suggestion in the lounge, Adrian said maybe there could be a way to swap books. She
I
doesn't
saw
hold on-
that.
Yeah, she doesn't hold on to books so much anymore. So if someone that didn't get to one wants it for the cost of postage, they'd be happy to pass them along. But I feel like there's probably a big group of people that would be really interested in that. Or
Yeah,
just
we
some
could-
sort of general book swap.
Yeah,
I
start
wouldn't-
like a book swap channel over on Discord or something.
Yeah.
We can do that. Yeah.
Organize that. Now,
Somebody else asked for a channel too. I don't know what it was for. I said Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading a comment. What?
Somebody asked for a channel.
Yeah, it was Cindy.
Okay.
I don't know what she was referring to. So Cindy,
I don't either.
Yeah, I was looking for an opening to mention that. Put in there what you're requesting channel-wise for Discord.
What? Okay. Jeff asks. I mean, Jay asks, does everything have to be moved over to Discord? So that was that like segues me into like some thoughts that I had in terms of like sort of updating Literarily Wasted's presence. Like, so we've existed on Facebook and YouTube for the entirety of the time. We started Discord fairly recently, and I think for me, we had a website.
We have a website.
But
it's not. It hasn't been updated in quite a bit.
No. And so like for me, I was trying to think about like, okay, like Literarily Wasted in the footprint and like discoverability and just sort of organizationally, like, does it make sense where we're at now? Are there ways that we can streamline it or sort of simplify it, or like, because there are so many platforms and you kind of want to be on them all, but also like, yeah. We have a big Facebook group that has a lot of members in it. We have we have on Facebook we have the group and the page. On YouTube we have the channel. We have the Discord server. We have a website,
Twitter.
Twitter, and Instagram.
Can't get rid of the Twitter. If we're gonna rank them,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
the
Yeah.
most important.
Although Twitter has been like,
That's how we get authors.
it's how we get like feedback, like authors like
Right.
our posts.
But they
which
haven't done that in a minute since I took over. So maybe
that
I
happened once.
might be doing it wrong.
Well, we know why y'all have the Instagram. It's for Hugh Howie. I
Yeah.
mean,
Uh,
that's the only reason you have it.
I paint him on a daily basis. Let's see. I'm missing a lot of comments, but so like, one of the things that I started doing was a beacons for Literarily Wasted, which is it's kind of like a link tree.
It's a place with all of our links, right?
Yeah, which might be a nice sort of like forward-facing link in bio type thing that then like people can go to, so that they can see all of our platforms, the shop, the whatever. And that I was thinking maybe that's one way to sort of consolidate everything, is to do like a beacons or a link tree or something like that. And also if there's a better way to sort of run those, pages and channels, we're open to that as well. I mean, social media is the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, because Kathy's saying that, like, and I agree that Facebook is hard for discussions. You can't do spoiler tags, but also the lounge has. I mean, yes, we want it out there, but there's like 4 or 5. How many thousand people that's on the lounge?
Mhm.
Well,
And
people.
yeah,
It's
a lot of people, and I like that. People interact, and that brings us new people. But at the same time, it's the Discord is more
It's more honed
protective.
in. Yeah.
Right. It's more like, oh, these are the people that are serious about the books and the discussion, and they're not in it just to troll or sell things or.
We get a lot of spam.
Facebook.
And I
Right.
think sometimes it's total not the garbage that we delete that comes through, but it's very innocent. I think that, listen, every however many thousand of those people is totally welcome to be part of this club if they know what it is and get it and want to be part of it. But I think that the common assumption is, oh, this group got suggested to me, or I saw a friend comment on it, and this is just where people share book stuff. And that we're all strangers, and it's no different than joining a group for your favorite rock band or an author group or whatever, because they just assume it's just a whole lot of strangers just spamming it with memes. And so I think they think, people who see that and do that, I think part of it, they just think that's the purpose of it. Which if it's grown into that, that's fine, because we have the Discord. It's more a question of how much we value those memes.
So then the question is, how do we convert those people into book club people?
Right.
If that's
My
what we want.
memes are top shelf. Okay.
I don't even have to look at a person's name normally. Like, I'm scrolling, I see something, I'll bet that was Leanne. Yep. I bet that was Anthony. Yep. Okay. I mean, you just know who posts what.
Yeah, I still get notifications about things that get posted in there, and I don't mind having a place for book memes and just sort of general book stuff. And if that's what the Literally Wasted Lounge needs to be, then maybe it's like, if you can't beat them, join them, and we just like that is sort of like our just book meme fun social Facebook page.
Well, we can always throw in a post every once in a while, and just as a reminder, like, hey, we do meet in person. We have book discussions, whether it's a video or an image post. And I think the people who are really engaging with the page will participate. Otherwise, hopefully, like, all the bots will ignore it.
Well, we do have like the book announcement that has the dates and stuff, and like the banner has the dates and times and stuff.
We just might have to post that a couple more times.
The thing about the banner and all of that stuff is that I would probably, I'm willing to bet that like most people don't go to the Literally Wasted Lounge to see the posts in Literally Wasted Lounge.
Correct.
Like
They
it's
see the
something
posts
that
in their
shows up
feed,
on your
and that's it.
feed. So like
Mhm.
the same way, like you, like people on Facebook rarely go to like profiles. Like it's all the feeds,
Yeah.
and profiles and
fair,
groups.
yeah.
Unless I'm like, who is that?
Well, that who said that?
Who's
Let me
there?
block their page.
Who is this person?
And then you
Right.
show up as a suggested friend for them, and they know exactly what you're doing.
So I think the cover photo is great for the people who take the time to get into the lounge, but I don't think that many people are, especially the people who are just there for book memes. They just kind of see, like, I don't go into the Star Trek posting.
Heather,
Facebook.
I heard about your book
Yeah.
podcast.
A
What's the
podcast?
podcast?
That's cool.
Yeah,
What's
we need to
podcast?
know, where
Yeah.
was this?
Did you and Lucas do a podcast for a minute?
No,
Hmm.
not about this.
It Bama Geeks? Weren't y'all on the? Didn't y'all? Weren't we on the Bama Geeks? Or weren't y'all on the Bama Geeks podcast at one point?
I was never on that.
Lucas might have done something once.
Maybe. That's another thing. Anybody want to do a podcast? Literally Wasted podcast.
What would that even look like?
It would look
Right.
like our club meetings, but more structured and
And no video.
no video.
No.
Yeah, just a audio. Like I don't know. Like
You can
I think
you can do what most people do and just take the audio of a video recording and just put that up as a podcast.
Oh,
like we could turn our book discussions into a podcast. I mean, sometimes they're like a little rambly.
yeah,
but,
I
like,
wonder if that would be good to watch.
I mean, listen to. I don't know if like you just, but it depend. It does depend on you, like having read that book or wanting to know more or what other people thought of that book. If you're, it's like when you look for a review of a video game that you're already playing to see like what they say about it. But we don't really like. I mean, I guess it's a really long-winded review because we're kind of reviewing the books in the book discussion. But I heard about the club through. It was Matt and Talia. Oh, so it was probably Matt's podcast, Hootin' and Hollerin'. Yeah, heard about either a Dragon Con friend.
Kathy, a podcast won't replace.
No, yeah, it wouldn't replace
Live.
this. This would be another like venture for Literally Wasted.
Potentially bring in other people.
Yeah, like it could be bringing people from the club, bringing people, authors,
Oh yeah, authors might be really into that.
a chance to take those sort of live Q&As and maybe turn them into a podcast Q&A. Podcast format. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't know what a Literally Wasted podcast would be like. I don't know if it, do you do book review podcasts? Is that even something, or would it have to be a little bit more evergreen and inviting, not so like specific? I don't know. This is something we could throw out there, but the technology exists to where podcasts can be recorded very easily from remote locations, and
Well, there are podcast series where it's buddy reads and read-alongs of books or series. You could almost do something similar with our monthly books, where the way we said we have Discord with spoiler tags to talk about books as we're reading them. Something like a podcast that's labeled this book chapters this through this. Person doesn't push play if they haven't listened to those chapters yet, and it can be kind of check-in discussions that are basically like what's going on in Discord, but an audio version. I also think maybe we need a new promotional video.
Yes, we do.
We do.
We need to update that.
And yeah, definitely for sure. That's something we should have like planned in advance, like when some of y'all were in town.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying if y'all could get me some badge ribbons, I can hand them out at Dragon Con.
Badge ribbons. Like outreach and stuff like that too. Like we've been meaning to have a table at Dragon Con, or to have like
or
a
at
table at
other
Alabama
local
Comic Con
conventions,
or Magic City Con or whatever is here now.
Because I know some people found us at Magic City Con a few years ago. From the little bookmark insets whenever Second Charles was one of the big sponsors there.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Well, like our first year, we went to Dragon Con and I had a bunch of fans printed out, and we would just go along the lines of people waiting outside and hand them fans, and every single person wanted one. And
Yeah, Leanne, we could give you fans for sure.
Okay.
they're bulky. I'm gonna look into ribbons because I feel like that's something we should be able to do, but I don't know.
But yeah, as a podcast, like we could talk about specific books, but we could also just talk about books. Like we could just talk about like, sort of general book topics. Like it's just sort of a passion podcast about like why do we like certain things? Why, and then you could bring in sort of book talks there. Just various books. I don't know how far you go with that, or when you sort of run out of ideas, but.
It could also just be a fun way to get to know individual club members if
Yeah.
they wanted to be like a guest speaker on it.
Yeah, that'd be great. And it's really not hard to make a podcast. You do have to do a little bit of editing, depending on how fancy you want to get it, and we can get as fancy or as not fancy as you want. Like
Adam likes to be fancy.
I like to be fancy. Then I end up realizing that I bit off more than I can chew, and then I'm like, oh no,
What
this is
have
a
I
lot of work.
done?
Guys, I'm not sure what's going on in the chat, but I think the U.S. is at war with Britain again.
Oh no.
I'm noticing that.
Is that happening? What?
I don't know what's going on.
It's all about how we pronounce things.
King's English
Yeah.
and Worcestershire sauce.
Mm.
Well,
Last-
and now it's about aluminum right now.
Oh,
It's funny because we just
Is it
watched the Parks and
aluminium?
Rec episode last
Aluminium,
night.
yeah.
They,
Aluminium.
Yeah.
Listen, they had it first. We just kind of took it and made it our own by taking all the U's out of words. And
pronouncing that silent T at the ends of words.
that said, though, like if I watch a review of something on YouTube and they have a British accent, I'm automatically like, this person knows what they're talking about.
They're so much smarter than me.
Yeah.
Just because they're British doesn't make them the doctor.
Because like I'll find a YouTube and like, hey y'all, I'm gonna review Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Today we're gonna talk
Just
about
no,
Red Dead.
they don't. They are not going to know what they're talking about unless they're talking about coon, coon hunting and
Right.
fishing.
And McDonald's.
This is getting the raccoons.
But yeah, like a podcast. That's something that's one of those initiatives that's like take a shot or something that would be, a new sort of ongoing thing, and then I just have to quit my job to do, which don't tempt me. I'll do it. If I could work on Literarily Wasted full time, I would. I would.
I know you would.
You would.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, it is really going on over here with
It is.
All right, that's our podcast.
pronunciations.
Yeah.
I'm getting distracted.
Our podcast is American versus British pronunciations, and also Jamie Bamber is
I was
British.
going to say obligatory Battlestar Galactica comment.
There it is. Thank you, Kathy.
Got to highlight that one.
Love that. There it is. BSG, best show ever.
Should we tell them about my idea for 2026?
The
I want
poll.
to hear.
Okay, yeah. So Christy went mad today.
Okay, guys,
Uh,
listen. I can put every single book that's lost in the book polls on one massive poll, and then we could have just a year of second, third, and fourth chances starting in January, and everybody could just vote for all that they want. I got up to 100 before I stopped. So like,
and it'll take all of the votes.
it'll take all the different poll options.
Yeah, you could have a poll of 100 things,
Like how many can you vote for?
as many as you want.
Yeah, as many as you want.
Oh,
Oh my
crap.
gosh.
And so like we'll just take the top one each month until we get to like October, and then I'll take the top spooky one.
People are like, do it. Yes, do it.
Right?
Yes.
Chaos,
Is this-
chaos,
Is this a
chaos.
great idea or is it a terrible idea? Because it
I
could
think
go
it's
either
an
way.
idea
It's a
that
little bit of both. It's a
I
little
think
bit
it
of
just
both.
proves you're ready to let go of the poll for like, you're looking for a win. If I do this, I don't have to do anything the rest of the year, guys.
Okay, but hear me out. There's like, after I culled it So I took out all of the repeat ones, the second and third ones, and I took out all the ones that I've read and I don't want to read again. And then we were left with like 80. It'll be like 88 total books by the end of this year that lost in the book poll.
Why not? I mean, it sounds fun.
Because like the book poll
Are there still
options-
books in there that have lost twice? Because at some of them I'd say,
I'm
okay,
sure
they're
there
losing
are.
for a reason.
But they can just lose a fifth.
They could keep losing.
Old Man's War lost twice.
Know your place, loser. That's your
Old Man.
Snow Crash lost a few times.
Yeah, Snow Crash is in
Yeah.
there.
Old Man's War lost twice. I had
Yeah.
to force
Yep.
it. Just shove it
Yep.
down your throats.
Yeah,
Um,
so
You will read this.
But like
You
some
will
of those
read it. This
options,
is your choice. Your only
Yeah.
choice.
they're so good though. And then you have like
Yeah.
88 choices. So
Well, I know you've got things on there like like Ready Player One is on there that never made it. Isn't Hitchhiker's Guide on there that never made it?
no, Ender's Game is on there.
Ender's Game.
There's
I think The
there's a
Witch's
Patrick
Heart lost
Rothfuss.
twice.
The Witch's Heart
Yeah.
lost twice.
And I voted for that both times, and I voted for it as a buddy read in other servers where it also lost. Like I voted for that book like 4 or 5 times in different places.
Well, see, that my thought was like, it's a shame not to do more second chance because there's just so many books that like were
Mhm.
on the polls.
That
that, like,
deserve a second chance.
right?
yeah, people are
we
saying
should
like,
read.
oh, all
Black
of these
Tongue
sound good.
Thief.
Yeah.
Well,
Black
the-
Tongue Thief, yeah.
yeah, that
So
was on
I-
there. John dies at the end. The Air Affair, The Martians on there. Leviathan Wakes. We Are Legion. The Left Hand of Darkness. Meddling Kid.
We're not putting Leviathan Wakes on there.
it's on there.
There's
Rachel is
there's
saying we should just put all the books on a wheel and spin it.
basically what we would be doing.
Yeah. I think the overwhelming consensus is yes.
I
And we'll
mean,
call it chaos poll.
The chaos poll. I mean,
Yeah.
but you can pull it occasionally, like you can pull it occasionally if something does pop up. But I like the idea of the chaos poll.
Yeah, it could be really fun, and we could quit it anytime. Like I could
Yeah.
just cancel the poll. I'll just delete it when we're ready for it. But like,
I like that look at him, just
Yeah.
Kate.
there's some really excellent books that have lost.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
this
the
was
people
introduced
have
with
mentioned
Adam
wanting-
saying, Christy went mad today. And
Yeah.
the club says, and we're here for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
We'll all
We all-
spiral together.
This
We
is
all
like
go a little mad.
Christy has a crazy idea. Let me run it past these other crazy people. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Let's do it.
Yeah, I called him and I was like, Adam, I can add like 100 books to a poll. I can add more than that. I stopped at 101.
And I said,
And I wouldn't do that. I'd take out all the graphic novels that can be in their own second chance
Mhm.
poll, and I'd take out all the long books, and that would be in its own second chance poll if we want to do a long book.
Mhm.
And the horror books, I'd take that out too and put that in their own October poll. But then the
Mhm.
rest, I mean, that only leaves like 60 books. So
That's not bad.
yeah, totally manageable.
It's totally doable.
just as many books as we read in the first 5 years of Literarily Wasted.
Never mind.
Get you with
Never
your quick
mind.
math.
Details.
The
details.
chaos poll. We'll figure it out as we go, Adam.
That's the only reason I know that. Oh, by the way, we went to the Electric for dinner tonight. It's a restaurant in Hoover, and walked in, and immediately like three
Three, yeah.
people were like, "Oh my god, that shirt's amazing! Where did you get that?" I said, "I made it." They were like, "That's so awesome! Where can I get that?" And they handed me a receipt to write down the
write
website.
down the
They're
website
like,
now.
"What's this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's Literarily Wasted on our book club," and they were just like, "Oh,
Literarily.
Literarily Wasted."
Oh my god.
Yeah, you could see the entrance just drain from their faces.
And then I was like, "Should we make shirts that just say Literally Wasted?"
Well, if it makes you feel better whenever I tell people the name of the club, or they see my shirt, they're just like, "That's awesome." So
Yeah,
there are
I get
people
that
out there
too.
who
There are people that
really
get
appreciate
it,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that Christy really. She went.
I spent a lot of time on this today after I had this epiphany.
But yeah, they were like really excited about the shirt. I wrote down the name, and then I was trying to be like, "Yeah, it's a sci-fi fantasy book club. It's really cool." And they were just like, "Oh,
Ooh.
literarily wasted." I
Sarah said we
Oh.
should do a bracket championship.
"Oh, bracket."
Oh, that could be fun.
But
We
that
could
would
do it for
still lead
March.
to just one winner.
Yep.
Mhm.
March
Yeah,
Madness.
but we could do that for March.
We could do that for March.
We probably should have some sort of March Madness bracket.
That'd be
Like,
cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that would look like, but I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be the books that we've already read, maybe.
like
How does
oh
that
yeah,
work?
that's true.
Oh,
like
like
just
voting
vote
on
for the
like our
best-
favorite
Oh, like the
over
best
the year or
books
something.
of the.
I mean that, yeah. I mean
club.
that's when they do the brackets on social media, like favorite Halloween candy, favorite Christmas show. Like that's what it's your favorites. So that makes sense.
Yeah, we'd have
Yeah.
to seed them.
And why is it? And why is the winner going to be the Cerulean Sea?
I don't know.
That would
It
be
might
voted
be
out
Wool.
pretty early for me. We've read a lot better than that. It was a good
There-
book, but we've read a lot better than that.
There's so many good books that we read. There's also some not great books that we've read.
Yeah.
Oh, a bracket of the worst.
Yeah.
That'd be
Two
more
brackets.
Ooh, yeah.
Two
Bring on the
brackets.
Calcutex.
Or we could do worst one year and best the next.
Jeff had the same. High five. Nice. Literally wasted. Sweet.
Oh no.
I thought that said the Love Mill. I'm like, where is Jeff going?
You've never been
Love
to the
Mill.
Love Mill?
Not the Love Mill.
Why didn't you guys take me there?
Yeah, we did.
You're terrible host. You didn't take me to the Love Mill.
Yeah, Jeff, I've thought about doing sequels. You're talking about a bracket, but I've thought about doing sequels, but I feel like that's too much investment
Well, let's
for some people.
shift gears really quickly before we hit the hour mark, because we have this one other thing to do here.
It's our book ball.
Book poll.
And you'll see where I got my inspiration.
Here we go. It is the time for the September book poll, because that's how we do it now, like months in advance.
Mhm.
September time.
Egads.
Look, there's my mom.
I was going to say the door is opening behind. I think I see Benny also.
Yeah, he should be over there.
Uh,
Cutie, you want to say hi?
hey, buddy.
Here,
Oh,
come
you got cars
here.
pajamas?
Come here, give me a big
Hey,
hug.
buddy, we're doing the book poll.
Come here.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes,
Does
here it
this
comes.
mean a month from now we're voting on a scary book?
Oh, yes.
Hi,
Benny. Say hello.
There he is. He's an old
Hi,
man.
Benny. Benny.
Hi, buddy. See
They're
your
saying
friends?
hi.
See, hi. He's being shy.
Yeah.
Being a shy guy. Okay, well, let's do the book poll. So,
Oh, it's a second chance book poll.
this is the second chance book poll.
It's a tool.
Started it already.
I chose these books and I was like, but I could do better.
I can do more.
Yes.
Surprise!
So-
2026 starts now.
Well, no, we'll go back to our normal schedule.
So,
After
option one, I didn't even have to remake this option from last month's book poll.
Hey, Poppy, go.
That's right.
There you want
It's Sleeping Giants. So this was option one last month, and it is option one again. There's my dad. So Sleeping Giants is option number one, if you remember for last month. Option number two, second chance for The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. That one sounded cool. I
Yeah.
guess.
You don't remember it?
I don't remember any of these books. And then option number three, the second chance poll, is A Wizard of Earthsea
Ooh.
by Ursula K. Le Guin. So there's your second chance book poll. The poll will be going up
It's at 8:15.
at 8. It's already up. It's up. Don't go vote yet. I mean, you can, but open a new tab because we're not done yet.
And if we do the 2026 year of second, third, and fourth chances,
You'll see
you
this.
might see the losers again.
That's true. It's chaos over here in Christie Land.
She's
all
she's
here for
all for it.
It's so silly. I love it. I don't know.
So there you go. Those are your three books. So Matt has slipped those in, books for September. And then, yes, next month we'll be picking the spooky book for October.
Yes.
All zombies.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Oh,
We could do all
nice.
zombies.
Oops, all zombies.
Although, if it's all zombies, I won't tell you it's all zombies because possibly it's better to know that it's not zombies going in.
Oops, all
Fair
zombies.
warning to those of you allergic to romance, Undertaking of Heart and Mercy is one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But who's,
You can choose.
you got to pick.
Jeff says short story club meeting is next week, and it's hosted
Wahoo!
by Alex.
Yay.
And we are reading the Paper Menagerie, and there's a link to it over in Discord in the Short Story Club channel. So you don't have to. That's the great thing about that Jeff came up with about the Short Story Club, is you don't have to really go out and buy the books, because most short stories, a lot of short stories, you can find online for free, or someone has read them on YouTube. And so we're putting, Jeff is posting links, and see, I think Alex is taking the lead on this one. So
Yeah. Sweet. Alex, this has absolutely happened. I feel feeling there's a book that Christy really wants to win that lost. She's been lawful evil rather than chaotic.
I mean, I don't know. I'll read it if I really want to read it.
So
Also, if y'all want Oops All Zombies, I can make that happen. I've been holding back. I have like a whole section in my suggestion spreadsheet that says no zombies, because you know the rules.
That would be really fun.
I
The
feel like
rules
it
are
was
new.
exaggerated. I feel like that being the gimmick. Like,
it's
is she really that sensitive to it that would have had an issue? Because I
She'll
feel like it
go
just
to her
started
grave
to
and
become a
say
running
that.
joke more than anything.
zombies. We'll write that down.
We no longer
Um,
have that
so-
issue
when is Short Story Club? Next Wednesday, a week from today.
at the same time.
Same time
Same time
but it's on Discord.
on Discord.
Yes,
on
that's a
Discord.
good note.
in the voice chat.
July 16th.
In the voice chat.
Chrissy, if you wanted, we could sling Oops All Zombies into Dark Book Club one month.
Oh yeah.
Oops, all zombies.
And that way we can still keep it zombie free here, but we could throw Oops All Zombies
I mean,
into Dark Book Club.
That's an option.
I feel like as long as we do Oops All Zombies in October, it's fine.
We got
Because
some
like
anti-zombie
some people
people.
are just not going to want to do October, and that's totally
Yeah.
fair. Like I get not wanting spooky.
I also don't like scary things.
And yeah, zombies can go a little scarier than what we usually try to keep.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, most of the time.
So overall, I'd say this was really good discussion. We got a lot of good suggestions, a lot of good things to think about. And I think, the biggest thing obviously then is like next steps and how do we start implementing some of this stuff. So you got me. But I think, obviously it's worthy of a follow-up. And I think that we can start talking about some of this stuff in some of the places like Discord, and maybe, the mods. We can get together with the mods and start talking about like, and if there is anybody that is interested in being a mod, like we don't have to just limit it, you could be one. If you want to have more of an admin role in Literarily Wasted, you're welcome to do that. So don't be shy if you are being shy. Stop it. Stop. But
You're with your people, with all of your book nerds. We're all
Yeah,
together.
I'm shy a lot of the time, but it's all good.
We have a few people who will remain nameless who are pretty much functioning as mods right now, and
that's
all
true.
that's missing is their name being in purple
Yeah,
or whatever
that's
color
true.
it is we use.
So thank you for your service. But yeah, if you want to make it official, you can. And then I think, next steps and talking about implementing stuff. I still want to do that like crab shirt and stuff. I just haven't been able to like finalize that. I know you thought that went away, but it didn't. It's still there.
It didn't. That crab shirt's going to be so funny.
If you're interested, it's still a thing. We got, look at that. Hey,
Yes.
get lit.
Get lit.
Look at that little guy.
I love that.
We
It's so stupid. It's so funny.
we encountered a dead crab on the nature trail on our cruise on
Oh,
the
no.
island.
He
He
left the
Susan
trail.
kind of nudged it to make sure it was with her foot to make sure it was dead. It was missing a leg.
He did
I got a
say he
picture
left
of
the
it.
trail.
Yeah, he left the path.
So yeah, I'll let you know when that shirt is up. I need to just take the time and like finalize it, send this stuff over to Christy's people, and then we'll put that up on the store. Can V-neck shirts be an option? I think they can,
I think they can too.
as long as they as long as they're 100% cotton.
Yeah.
We got you. There's a lot of shirt options. So yeah, maybe we could do V-neck shirts. But so yeah, let's keep the discussion going. And maybe we can have another mod meeting or something like that where we can talk about doling out some responsibilities and creating more of a structure within the club, and so that we can do more of these things. Because I would love for it to just kind of blossom with activity and life that is y'all's creation.
I do have a horror version of a choose your own adventure, but I haven't skimmed through it yet, so I don't know how bad it is.
Well,
if it could be on Facebook, or does it need to kind of be over on Discord where we can
Sounds like a voice
with
chat.
more shenanigans? So I would have to skim through it, but it's by Duncan Ralston, so it's about like a haunted amusement park.
Well, so, I think watching me do an Adventures in Reading of a horror book that I haven't read would also be amusing. And then Chris, you'll just have to pay for my
therapy.
But yeah, we won't keep y'all too much longer. It's past the hour, but this has been good. This is really good. I'm glad we did this. It's been meaning to happen for a long time.
Yeah, thank you all for all the great feedback and suggestions.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to the Chaos Book Poll.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's about to get crazy. Zoinks. But yeah, so thank y'all for being here, and thanks to the mods for all
everything that y'all do,
and everything that you do, and for all the unofficial mods and just everybody doing everything. You're
and
the
just
lifeblood.
everybody being here too.
Just everybody. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, so
Thank you.
We'll call it. We'll call it a night. I got a lot of good notes here.
We love our lit fam.
Yes, we do. All right. Well, y'all have a good time, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks for the discussion of Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna McGuire.
Yes.
Short story.
Yes.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.